Hello, welcome everyone to TinyTableauTip. My name is Lisa Hitch and I want to show you today how you can build a rounded progress bar in Tableau. First, you need three measures. So I'm going to do the minimum of 0, which is just 0, which is going to be our first end of our progress bar. Then I'm going to do the maximum of 1. Again, that just returns 1. And that's going to be our other end of our progress bar. And then I need a third calculation. That is going to be my progress calculation. Now, you might have a dynamic field for this, but I'm just going to hard code it to 75%. Again, you might have a percentage calculation in your data already. Now that I have those three measures, I want to bring them in onto my columns. So I'm just going to drag measure values onto columns. And then I'm going to deselect all the pills that I don't want. And you can do that with Control and with Shift on your keyboard. So I'm going to click on Orders, and then I click Shift, select those first 4. Then I click Control, click on Profit, and then click on Shift again to select the last 4. And I'm just going to drag all of these off. I'm just going to show you what I did here by selecting the circles marks card. Let me just increase the size for you. So I created 3 circles here, one at 0%, one at 100%, and one at 75%. Now, if I want a progress bar, you might think we want to change the marks card to a bar, but instead what we want to do is we want to connect those dots using a line. So if I click line, we already see that it's connected. Little small, if I increase the size here, I'm a little limited with how far I can go. However, if you drag any measure onto size, you can increase the size a bit more. So let me just duplicate my maximum of 1 by clicking Control on my keyboard and then duplicating it, putting it on size, and this looks already much better. Now let's talk about colors. I want my progress bar to be colored up to the 75%. I can duplicate my measure names and drag that onto color. So again, I click Control on my keyboard, duplicate the field, drag it onto color. This already gives me this really nice gradient here, but I'm going to go into my colors and I'm going to use the same color for my endpoint. So for maximum of 1, I'm just going to do gray, and minimum of 0, I'm also going to do gray. And then for my progress, I think I'm just going to choose a really nice green, something like this. Now, what happens here, if I click on this percent progress, is that my percent progress, or my green dot, is behind the other 2 measures. If I want to fix that, you can just drag percent progress to the bottom, and then you have your really nice progress bar. Now, if you build this yourself, it might happen that it looks something like this, where it accidentally colors everything after the 75%. If that happens, just drag the minimum of 0 under the maximum of 1. Now I just need to clean this up a little bit, so I'm going to hide my header. I right-click and format to remove my grid lines. They are set to none. I don't know why this is, but if you just click on it and click none again, they actually do disappear. And then I also make my 0 line disappear. And that is how you can create a really nice rounded progress bar in Tableau.